like us. I mean, you know, there are people who, you know, even would want us to talk to the mayor and do something, do some program here. But, you know, we just see that for the amount of effort we would have to invest, the amount of money, the amount of time, the amount of education, you know, the amount of PR and so on that we would have to invest to do anything here, to build up a relationship with this community. I mean, we can go to India and just walk into some place and immediately have a very good relationship with the community. And that's the thing that's lacking. We don't, right now we're like, you know, we might as well be sitting on a mountaintop. Oh, we are. But I mean, really, we're, you know, our neighbors and the people, you know, whose estate that we live on, they're very nice and everything, but they don't really get where we're coming from. They don't really know about our philosophy and our practices and stuff. And they think we're nice people and like that, you know, and we get along. We haven't had any fights with them at all, really, about anything. Everything has been very nice. But they don't really value what we're offering the way people in India would value it, you know? I mean, here, if we, you know, we pull some strings and some of our friends call in some favors, you know, we might get to go talk to the mayor about possibly doing something here, you know. But in India, I can go talk to the governor of the state if I want to, you know? You see the difference? It's like, it's a whole, just, you know, who we are is already very well understood in South India. And, you know, we'll instantly have followers and friends and people who are willing to support us and work with us. So it's just really a much better deal. And there's other things going on that I can't talk about yet that are really powerful, that are going to make a lot of sense for us to be in South India. You know, some of the things that we're working on business-wise and stuff like that to support our community. So, I mean, whereas here we might be able to have like a little farm with, you know, 10 acres or something like that with the amount of funding that we've got. In India, we can have this huge place, you know, with like 50 acres or 100 acres with all these people working on it and, you know, raising medicinal plants and all kinds of cool stuff. And going around and speaking at colleges and universities and, you know, it's just a whole different ballgame, whole different world. So it makes sense for us to invest the amount of resources that it would take to move our community to India. Because to invest those resources here would not give us much of a return. Whereas investing the same amount of resources would not only give us the same or similar situation that we have here physically, you know, a nice big house and stuff like that, but it would also put us in a community that is much more welcoming and much more appreciative of who we are. So it looks like we're going to do that. Looks like I'm going to go to India in the fall up north. That would be like October, November time frame. Really good timing. So, you know, by next spring, next March or April, we hope to be completely relocated on the other side of the planet. But guess what? We're still going to do our daily darshans, Haribo. This is so much fun. I mean, really, I haven't had so much fun since I was preaching in India. And, of course, the thing that made it all possible was that we have good web access. Even though we're like in the middle, you know, in some ways we're in a rural location, but we're right on the edge of a town that's big enough that has good internet service. So that's what makes this possible. And for sure, we're never going to move any place that doesn't have this kind of connection or better. I wish we had even a better connection, and then we could stream a higher quality video and so on like that. So, you know, stick with us. All of us, you know, are very new at working with a spiritual group. managing a spiritual group, I should say. I mean, I've been in spiritual groups all my life, but I never managed one before. So I'm learning as I go, and we all are, you know, we're all new at this. So sometimes we seem to change our plans, change our minds. But you know, that's part of being a sadhu too. Kṛṣṇa is always leading us. And he's leading us through one test and one experience after another. And as we meet these challenges, we find that we go higher and higher and higher and higher. You know, so I'm sorry if we're not living up to your expectations, if you think we expect us to act like an ordinary church. We're not an ordinary church, and we'll never be an ordinary church. And we don't really much value material steadiness and wealth and power and stuff like that. We don't really care about those things. Our values are that our first priority is to present this message in an unchanged, unadulterated way, and in a way that other people can duplicate it and apply it in their lives and get the result, get the benefit. That's our aim. It doesn't matter where we are, you know, it doesn't matter whether we're in Chile or we're on the moon or where we are, you know, as long as we can, without overworking ourselves, and this is key, because we don't want to burn ourselves out, reach our goals as far as keeping this lineage going in the future. And so it's really important that these students have a direct experience of good quality preaching. And so this program is very important to us. Our website is very important to us. We're not going to we're not going to slack off. Just because we're going to this beautiful place in India where, you know, it's the weather is nice and everything moves nice and slow, and everybody really loves us, and, you know, we're doing all this stuff. It's actually going to enhance our programs, and you'll see we're going to have more of them and more often. So please stick with us and help us out, and we're going to try to increase the quality of our programs. Any more last-minute questions? F. Well, F, yeah. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Dayine. Hiranyakashipo Vakshaha. Ito Nrsimho Parato Nrsimho. Jato Jato Jamitato Nrsimho. Nrsimho Hridaye Nrsimho. Narasimhamading Sharanam Prapadye. Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringam Keshavadhrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare.
Kamalavare Nakam Madhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Naraha